More good news for cameo buffs on the Mileena front. It looks like they're giving Frost an Ice Wall to act as a makeshift corner, which would be an inverse of Janet's Wall that restricts forward movement. Ice Wall will restrict backward movement. Some Aghanos vibes for sure. A lot of characters will benefit from this, I predict, but Mileena is one of the few characters that can already consistently set up Frost Orb safely, since its 68 startup frames is hella slow. Mid-screen, forgoing your combo ender after jump 2-2 down back 4 leaves Mileena at 68 hit advantage, assuming that all 3 size hit. If only 2 size hit, the advantage decreases to 65. Once recovered, she can summon a Frost Orb without consequence, but the spacing has always been such that the orb can be hard to enforce, as they can wake up with backward movement and either wait out the orb or gain more breathing room to navigate around it. Note that the distance left between characters can also vary if you were delaying the second hit of jump 2-2. Using this twisting staircase in the background as a point of reference, notice that Ermac recovers with his right shoulder and the back of his head aligned with the bevel line on the staircase behind him. If the second hit of jump 2-2 is delayed, now notice that Ermac has recovered further away, with his head aligned with the forward edge of the light fixture, but still with 68 hit advantage. Furthermore, if the second hit of jump 2-2 is delayed as long as possible, Ermac recovers even a little further back than that, with 1 less hit advantage. So why am I bothering to go through all of this? I don't think it's going to matter in the end, but right now, even though Mileena can set up the orb safely, there's still a lot of distance for her to cover if she wants to capitalize on the orb. It's always been that if the opponent is too reckless in this situation, like panic mashing backdash or jumping on wake up, a simple up teleport will knock them into the orb. You could also try to pin down their movement with a down teleport in hopes that the orb will cover the negative frames and they'll be sandwiched between Mileena and the orb. However, the orb moves so slow that you're probably eating the teleport punish, and any forward momentum in that punish just further enables avoiding the orb altogether. Now, with an ambush wall at our disposal, we'll have a lot more to work with. Assuming the wall costs half cameo meter, the second half can be used for the orb, making this for a pretty expensive setup. But it also got me thinking. Some cameos, like Sector, who I just covered in the previous video, can get 3 uses in a single sequence due to Flamethrower's faster cooldown than Missile. Ice Carpet has faster cooldown than Orb, so could a sequence that starts with Ice Carpet, say a movement check from full screen, could Mileena combo from the freeze at the last second, do a longer metered conversion, and have Frost be recharged in time for both a wall and an orb? And unfortunately not. That'd actually be kinda broke. Back to the Takeda trailer. It looks like the wall is summoned just a step or 2 behind the opponent. I very crudely try to set up the spacing with an actual corner since we don't have the update yet. All that jump 2-2 second hit delay nonsense from earlier may play into this. We won't know what's optimal until we get our hands on the patch, but I assume that if the difference in the spacing is going to be relevant, closer is going to be better. And with a wall preventing them from moving backward, it'll be a lot easier for Mileena to enforce the orb. In this setup, Frost will tank the hit of some armored wake-up options, and a delay wake-up is actually a blessing as the extra advantage frames help Mileena close the distance that she wants to do anyway. Without delay wake-up, both characters will recover at the same time, but Mileena obviously will have the advantage because she's got a Frost Orb to enforce whatever she wants to do to follow up. Now, if the opponent decides not to challenge the setup and simply blocks, then they're holding the classic. Overhead, low, throw. If they try to jump out of the setup, then they'll land in the orb without you even having to do anything. We'll have the patch with this update next week, and I'm interested to see what kind of pressure and mix-ups can be implemented around this, as well as the sector changes. I hope this helped you prepare a little bit before the patch if you've never tried this team. Thanks for watching.